Everyone. Okay, so let's start today's virtual lecture. First of all, welcome to today's lecture. I'm Dr. Cheng Jing from Xidian University, and this is Ms. Zhang Qian as
Hello,
my teaching
everyone.
assistant.
Hello, everyone.
This is 8:30 in the morning on Saturday here in Xi'an, and I think probably over there it's Friday evening, and I'm very happy that you would be online with us today. Today we are actually going to a very interesting place, probably more relaxing and more exciting, and I believe that most of you have attended the previous two virtual lectures on museum and also on calligraphy. And today we are going to explore a street behind this tower. Zhang Qian, would you please tell everyone where we are at the moment?
Okay, we are standing in the city center of Xi'an, and behind us is the Drum Tower. It's a historical landmark building here. It was built in about 1380 in the Ming Dynasty. And you can go this way. We can have a trip.
Okay. Yeah, so we can go along this street, and we are going to a very popular tourist place called Huiming in Xi'an. And actually, just now, Zhang Qian has introduced about Drum Tower. And if you can take a look at that direction, actually there is another tower called Bell Tower, Zhonglou. So this one is Gulou Drum Tower, and over there, like 200 meters away, that is Bell Tower, Zhonglou. And Zhonglou, the Bell Tower, is actually right at the center of Xi'an City, and it is actually quite close with this Drum Tower. And in Chinese, we have a phrase called 晨钟暮鼓. Do you know the meaning of 晨钟暮鼓?
晨钟 morning bells.
Yeah.
暮鼓 evening towers.
Yeah.
So I think 晨钟暮鼓 means strike the bell in the morning and beat the drum in the evening.
Exactly. So 晨morning, 钟 bell, 暮 evening, 鼓 drum.
Yes.
So actually this Chinese phrase means that Chinese people in ancient times, they stroke the bell in the morning and beat the drum in the evening. So that is a very smart way of their time management. So when the bell rang, so people know that it is morning time.
Yeah.
And when the drum is beat, people know that it is evening time. So it is very, very smart way of managing time properly. Okay, so we would go along this way, and we know that in Xi'an is a very ancient city, as the capital city for 13 dynasties in ancient Chinese history. And I think this is a very exciting place to explore, right?
Yeah.
So I think Huiming Street, we also call it Muslim Quarter.
Yeah.
So actually along the ancient Silk Road, a lot of people came along the Silk Road routes, and they settled down here, and they prospered one generation after another.
They were from like Arabic countries and Persia. They came to Xi'an for business and study. So they have settled down here and prospered one generation after another.
Yes, exactly. So
large community.
Yeah, and also I think this is actually the main street we are going to, and it is called, as we mentioned earlier, Huiming or Muslim Quarter.
Yeah.
And is this just the one street here?
Actually, we are standing in the main road. Huiming Street is a collective name for a number of streets.
Yeah.
Includes Beiyuanmen, Xiyangshi, and other streets.
Yeah, so it's actually a collective name, and also there is really a large community living in this area. And as you can see, this is early in the morning, but there are already people here. They come, maybe they are local people coming to have breakfast, or just the tourists coming here to pay a visit and take some photos. And actually, this is a very lively neighborhood, and a lot of people come. And I think probably we can see more people coming in at noon for lunch, and also in the evening for snacks and for dinner as well. And some people, they just come and chill out, right, with their friends,
wander around.
So it's actually for people of all ages and all walks of life, actually. So today we are going to explore this food street, and hopefully we will find something delicious and something interesting as well. So this is a food street, but actually along this streets, there are other shops and also small museums as well, and there are some mosques, in this area too. So here, can you actually let the students know what is on the brand, what is written on the brand?
Everyone, you can see this is Lao Mi Jia Pao Mo Guan. That means this is a restaurant established by people named Mi.
Yes. So Lao Mi Jia Pao Mo Guan. And actually today we are going to take you guys into a restaurant to have a taste of Yang Rou Pao Mo. If we talk about Yang Rou Pao Mo, it's actually the most famous, representative signature Shanxi food, right? Have you tried it before?
I have been here for several times, and first dish I will try must be Yang Rou Pao Mo, the pita bread soaked in lamb soup.
Okay, so here when we go along the street, we will try to check out some British food, and also we'll later go into a restaurant to have a try. And this one, actually, this is called 肉夹馍, right? 肉夹馍. And 肉, that's meat. It's actually put inside, right? And 馍, that's the flat bread. And this is also another typical Shanxi food as well. A little bit noisy, sorry. So in the morning, they are doing the cleaning as well. 肉夹馍, that is another typical Shanxi food. It's like Chinese hamburger. Right? It's
meat
like
burger.
Meat burger. And actually, 夹馍, there are a lot of different types as well. So later on, we will order some, and we will see what's inside. And also there are other, like specialty food shops. You can buy some and take away, and even like for this dry beef, as you can see, they say 邮寄全国, so it's like you can order and they would arrange the delivery across the country as well.
And it's also very fast.
About
2 or 3 days.
Exactly. It's very convenient. And also, because it's quite early in the morning and some food stores are not open yet. However, as you can see, there are a lot of fruit juice over there, a lot of options, and so the fruit juice and also small cakes, and there's the dim sum, right? Dim sum. So there are different taste and flavor, and you can choose like a green bean cake or rose cake. So a lot of different flavor. So we can just go along the street and take a glimpse, right? And then later on we would go and choose a restaurant to go in. It's a little bit
Look
cold.
at this.
Oh, this one.
This looks very yummy.
This one looks really yummy. Oh, what's this? Oh, 桂花糕. Yes. Shall we? This is a kind of glutinous sticky cake. Shall we try?
Maybe we can.
Yes. 来一份。这个如果做这个要多长时间啊？哦，是吧？这也是你们买的哈。 哦，好的，我们要2个，算了，
10块钱3个。
行行行，10块钱3个。So it's 10 yuan for 3 cakes like this. Thank you. So
We need
to pay.
Okay.
We need to pay. Yes. 我们一拿就准备走了。对，是10块钱3个。然后这个是那种甜的 sweet。Do you want one? 艾杰 would you like one? Okay. 然后呢，张倩 would you like to I
one.
bite?
Try one.
Yeah, have a bite.
Let me hold this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh. Yes. Okay. 小心哦，小心。他现在在清理是吧？
Cleaning in the morning.
Yes, they are doing the cleaning, so that later on at noon they would have more visitors coming. So probably we need to go along that route. So I'm trying to have a bite. Yeah, it's quite sweet. 它是一种这叫甜食，对吧？甜食。So it's quite sweet, but not that sugary because it has like the black sugar, and the taste of flour. Yes. It's quite good in aroma and also taste as well.
Yeah.
Oh, let me finish this. Have you had breakfast in the morning?
No, this is
It's good. So it is good. But I think maybe if you take a look at the shops over there, there are some like the local cake shop, and over there is the jewelry shop as well. And I think if we can go to that site, if you can take a look, the milk tea ice cream. So as you can see, there are really various food offered here, and there is really a variety of options. And also there are souvenir shops here as well.
Look at this one. It has good decoration.
Yes, and also the dragon. I think there is another dragon over there, right?
Yeah. Now we are in the section part, right? We are in a crossroads.
Yes. So as you can see, this is the main road, but over there is also another street, and to the direction to the right there is another street as well. So this is indeed the kind of intersection. So clearly you can see Huimingjie is not one street. It is actually a collective name of many streets. And as we have shown you with this glimpse over the streets here, actually there are several things and lively atmosphere going on, and people come and really enjoy as locals and as tourists. And the whole thing is, we really want to let you know that this is, to some degree, it represents kind of multiculturalism. Right? This is where people meet, people from different places of the country, of the world. They come and meet and have fun and enjoy the delicious food and enjoy the lively food of this area. And also, I think it is really people from different cultures. They come and meet because you can find food like
yes, actually come from Xinjiang province.
And actually there are a variety of food offered here. Shall we go to a restaurant and take a look, and we can have a bite of the food as well? We can sit down and introduce Chinese food more properly to students in America. Okay, so let's go back to the street.
This music is also very famous. a song written by Sian people, local.
Yeah. It's from a local band.
Yeah.
It's from a local band. And there is the persimmon cake. As you can see, there are different flavors. So, non-sugary and rose and grapes, right? And all these are and walnut and rose as well, and dates. So there are different types, but maybe
Later we can try.
later we can try some of these persimmon cakes.
Yeah. Actually, there are many persimmon trees in Shanxi province.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they actually pick the fruit and then they make into the cakes.
Very fresh.
Yeah. And also naan.
Yeah.
And
different types
of mo. Yes.
There are sesames on the top of the naan.
Yeah. I think there's a small museum with the dragon in front of it.
Can we remember maybe in the front? Oh, these are the vegetables that are prepared to roll the rice noodles. Right?
Yes. And also kebab. I think it's like there are big. This is a bigger version. Maybe we can call it kebab. And also in Shanxi we have barbecue, right? And barbecue is also quite good, especially for summertime.
Yeah.
In the evening, people would have barbecue, and they would have a beer to go with barbecue. So that is also quite typical.
Yeah. We can call it in Chinese 串儿.
Oh, yes. 来一串儿. 来一串儿. Yeah. And also, this is the food store for green bean cake. And here we have 灌汤包子馆. And let me explain 灌汤包子. In Chinese, actually 包子, 饺子, 汤圆, 元宵. We have different variety of dumpling. In English, the English word is dumpling, but as long as you have fillings inside, no matter that is meat or some sweet fillings, so it all can be called dumplings. But actually in Chinese we have different capitals. 包子, 饺子, 蒸饺, 煎饺,
fried one.
Yes, and also the round, right, the round dumplings called 元宵, 汤圆. So for different occasions, we eat different types of dumplings actually, with fillings inside. Okay, so shall we find a restaurant to go in and sit down?
Okay. Do you know the 老孙家泡馍? I heard it from the social media. People say it's a very authentic one. No matter the tourists or local people, they all go to there to have a bowl of 羊肉泡馍. Yeah. So maybe today we can have a try.
Of course. So have you been here before?
Yeah,
I guess a few times.
Yeah, I came to here with my friends and my families many times. I love the food here. I say the dish is very delicious and characterizing spicy flavor.
Over here.
Jack Chen.
Jack Chen.
Comic, right?
Yeah. There's a portrait of Jackie Chan. Actually, so you can see, some cartoon version of people's portrait as well. Actually, many tourists, they go along the street and they may sit down, and the street artists, they would draw the portrait for the tourists. I think I tried once. For me and for my daughter. And the portrait looks
like a dragon decoration shop. Yeah.
Shall we take a look?
Amazing.
This is a dragon here. And actually, when we came for the first time, we didn't know what's inside. So shall we just go in and take a look for a quick look? Oh, this is a jewelry shop. This is actually a jewelry shop. This is interesting. This is a very interesting entrance. But I think this is very interesting entrance. Let me explain something about the dragon. I think in Western culture, it seems that dragon, I think, looks like a monster, right? It looks like a monster. However, in China, we say that we are the descendants of dragon. But I think in different culture, we should have the kind of intercultural awareness. That is basically in Chinese culture. Dragon, it's a legendary animal, and it's
Delicious, right?
yes,
It has good meaning.
yes, it has a good meanings. So it's different from what you probably have written about the dragon when you were young. So I think that's why now I think in Chinese, in English translation, some translation experts would prefer that we do not use dragon to represent the Chinese dragon, because maybe the connotation are different, and therefore we need to basically differentiate the words. So some would prefer probably long. Just long, it spells like in Chinese pinyin, it spells like LONG. So it is long, right? Long, but some experts say that probably we could use LOONG, so double O.
Double.
Yeah. And as you can see, there's biang biang mian.
Oh, it's a really complex Chinese character.
It's very difficult to write. I think you know how to write some Chinese character, I believe. But if you take a look at how complicated the strokes are, I think there are actually more than 50, like 54 or 58
strokes.
Yeah. So it's very difficult to write, but the biang is actually the sound. It mimics the sound when people stretch the noodle,
the dough,
and hit on the counter when they make the noodles. So yes, so continuously you can see some shops are opening, and the very thin cake as well. The corn, as you can see, the cakes. The I think it's flat red, right? Very thin bread.
Also a little bit crispy.
Yeah, very crispy. So it is made from
also have different flavor, like
the
tomato.
Oh, there are different
one or salty one.
Yeah. Let's go to a restaurant and sit down and make. Okay, then.
Let's go. Like over there, just
okay. 老孙家, right?
Yeah, 老孙家.
Okay, here we go. This is the place, I think.
Okay, this
Shall we go to this one? 老孙家. Yes, let's go and take a look.
There are many people here. They're ordering.
I'm still eating this cake. What would you like to order?
Maybe 羊肉泡馍.
I think I would go for cold noodles and the 肉夹馍. Yeah. So we are going to order now. And we are going to order 羊肉泡馍, 凉皮, cold noodles, and 肉夹馍. That's Chinese hamburger, right? Okay, so 我们可以点餐吗？哦，这边在点是吧？点餐 ，we would like to order. we need to wait for the other guest.
那我们先
我们
点吧。
可以先点吗？啊，那我们先点。他还在考虑，那我们先点了。我们点一份羊肉泡馍，牛肉泡馍。牛肉泡馍，然后要一份凉皮。对，麻酱凉皮，然后再要一个肉夹馍。
再来一个冰峰。
好的，好的。
再来一个冰峰。
双的青车。
So, if we can take a look at the menu here, this is 泡馍. They offer different types of the 泡馍, and this is noodles, right? So 凉面, as you can see, this word is even not included in the modern dictionary, and not in the input, in the writing as well. So it's difficult. It's very complicated. It is only used for this type of noodles in Shanxi. And 裤带面, so it's spelled like noodles, spelled like noodles. And 臊子面, so with a lot of sauces and fillings. And 肉夹馍, so I ordered 肉夹馍, 肉 meat, and 馍, that's the bread, okay, the flat bread. And also I ordered 凉皮 cold noodles. And also I ordered this one, 冰峰汽水, 汽水, that's soft drinks, and 冰峰, that's the typical this brand. Okay, it's like Coca-Cola, but it's the Shanxi style Coca-Cola. 冰峰 ice peak. Okay, ice. So let's sit down and we'll wait for the food to be on the table. Sit down here. Yeah, as you can see, a lot of people are doing it. Yeah. Yes. Can see the chef is cutting the beef. 一个碗，我们要带。So as you can see, for each bowl, they have this already shredded bread with added with the beef, and also the black fungus, right? It's like in Chinese we call it mu'er. As you can see, it looks like the year of the wood. So mu'er, ear. So it's like wood ear. Also on the top, as you can see, that's very thin rice noodles. So these rice noodles in Chinese we have mian, right? And in English it is called noodles, but we have different types of noodles. In that bowl we have the very thin rice noodles, and we have 米线. 米线 is also rice noodles. And 凉皮 also noodles. So we have really different types of noodles, but in English you only have that one word, that is noodles. I think it's like pasta, right? Pasta, Italian pasta. It includes a variety of pasta. Okay, so we. Okay, so maybe we would have one bread. I will show you how I would normally do as local people. So for tourists, they may just order the free shredded bread. But here, if we do like local, what we would do is, can I have the so let me yeah. This is the salt. Thank you. So what a local person would do is that they would. So when you order 羊肉泡馍 or 牛肉泡馍, so you can choose between lamb or beef. Okay, so you order, and then they would give you a bowl with 2 flat bread. And then what you would do is you need to break the bread and then into like smaller size. I think probably you feel like it's a bit tiring. However, this is how local people would prefer to do. They do not want to choose the ones over there. They do not choose the pre-chopped ones. Why? Why they would prefer to do like by hand by themselves?
I think
So they
people
would tear.
enjoy the process of tearing.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not just eating, but also a leisure time with friends or teacher or
Yeah, so it's like when we sit together, when we tear the bread into smaller size. Yes, as Zhang Qian has mentioned, we would enjoy the chatting and we talk to each other. And
tearing.
also, very importantly, so when you tear these into smaller, right? It's like the size of the soybean. Yeah, he tear the whole flatbread into the size of the soybean. I think it might take like 10 minutes, right? If
Maybe
you
longer,
even longer.
15 minutes.
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes. After you do this job, so I will tear all these two. Maybe for girls you can just have one bread. But boys maybe they would prefer like two. And then after you do all this, you chat with your friends, with your family, and then you give this bowl to the chef, and the chef would cook over there, and then the dish would be ready. So as you can see, it may look a little bit tedious, right? When you do this a little bit, but the whole process, like one thing is you talk with your friends. Oh, this is ours. Oh, 我们的聊，谢谢，谢谢。And another thing is actually after you are done with this, you participate in the process of cooking, right? So this is actually you're part of the cooking process, and this is typically how actually this is how Xi'an people judge whether you are a local or not. When you order 羊肉泡馍, if you do this by yourself, clearly you are from the local. Okay. And if you come from other parts of the country or other parts of the world, of course, you wouldn't know that you need to do this by yourself.
Yeah, it's like a ritual.
Yes. So this is what we normally do as a local. Shall we go and take a look at how 羊肉泡馍 is cooked? So let's go and take a look at how 羊肉泡馍 is cooked after we are done with this. Because of the time, we would choose the pre-chopped bread instead. Not with like local person. So as you can see, the chef would add the pre-stew soup inside the pot, and then they would add all these ingredients inside. So as I've mentioned earlier, there are the pre-chopped bread with lamb, beef, and also with green spring onion, with the thin rice noodles. Oh, yes. This is a. 师傅，这个要多久能煮好呀？2、3分钟. 2 to 3 minutes. And then the dish would be done. So I think they are adding some oil inside. 像这个汤料一般要煮多少时间啊？它要煮1晚上，最少要1个小时。More than 10 hours for the soup to get ready. So it's like the soup. Actually, they boil the soup for the whole night. The chef was telling me that it normally takes more than 10 hours to get the soup ready. So today, maybe we think that the cooking takes only like 2 to 3 minutes, but actually before that, a lot of stuff are already prepared. OK，
我们的啊
哈哈，好了，
，OK，
对吧？
finish。
然后同学们，if you have any questions, please do feel free to ask us at any time. Okay, so no worries because today the class is only for this group of students exclusively. So don't worry. You know, if you've got any questions, you can ask us at any time. And here, as you can see, the dish is ready, and they would normally go with the sides of the garlic, and also here we can see the chili paste as well, if you would like to prefer to have something spicy. So normally the original dish looks like this. So it's 羊肉泡馍, and this is really the dish, the first dish the local people would recommend to you. And would you like to have a try?
Okay.
But it's
Actually, yeah, actually we ordered beef.
Oh yes, we
Yeah,
all
no,
know.
you can choose whether lamb or beef.
Yes.
Okay. I can show you.
I think it may look like a little bit heavy for
Yeah.
breakfast, but we I think because we are covering 陕西
Okay.
美食陕西 food, right?
Yeah.
So I think
as we
we
can
must
see,
recommend this one.
the size like soybean, because if we pair it like this size, it won't be stick to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, without stickiness.
So this side is the best
Best
because it's suitable
Yeah.
for the bread to fully soak into the soup.
Yeah. But if you want larger, you can also choose what you want.
Yeah. Actually, it's like a freestyle. You can
Yeah.
do the spread, freely.
Yeah, and there are also 粉丝, right? Right. I think right.
这是我们的肉夹馍。觉得我们有一点那什么，我们在吃，你们在看。
Are you
watching? But I think after introducing all this delicious Shanxi food to you, I hope one day you would really come to Xi'an and taste the delicious food in person.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you like to have a try? And don't worry, we ordered this much, and later on after the this virtual class, we would come back and finish actually.
If there are many people, you can't eat a whole large bowl. You can share with your friends together.
Yeah. But the local person normally would have
they will eat all of them.
Eat it up. Yes. Okay, so this is the 羊肉泡馍。不对，我们今天选的是牛肉泡馍，羊肉 lamb，牛肉 beef, right? So today we ordered beef 泡馍，牛肉泡馍。
It's very good. Also, there are some vegetables. Black fungus.
Yes. So basically, as you can see, it is very rich in aroma and taste as well. And I can see the beef is quite tender, right?
Yeah.
It's quite tender
and succulent.
Sorry, I think maybe in the background you can hear a bit noise because the chef is doing other dishes for other guests here. And the soup must be very good because the chef told me that normally we prepare the soup for the whole night.
Yeah.
So it's like more than 10 hours.
Yeah, it's a strong flavor.
Yeah, inside.
And this morning is a little bit cold.
Yes.
If
so
you have this ball of 羊肉泡馍, you will feel warm. Yeah, very chilly.
And you see here we have ordered these dishes. And this one is really, really good for winter because when it is cold, when people have this, it is really like quite
resist the cold.
Yes, exactly. 能够抵挡风寒是吧
Yeah.
Because in Xi'an, in Shanxi, the climate, we have very distinct cool seasons. So spring, summer, autumn, winter, and at the moment we are in autumn, and in the morning, as you can see, it's a little bit cold, and people some now already wear like cardigan or heavy coat already, right? So it is very good for winter. And if we recommend another combo dish, this
Classic combo.
yeah, this is really classic. So these
三秦套餐。
对三秦套餐，三秦套餐。哦，三秦套餐就是这三种哈，就是凉皮。他举手。有学生举手是吗？So if you got question, you can unmute and speak to us directly. 同学们，你们要是有问题，可以直接问我，可以开麦问我。You can unmute and ask us directly.
For if you guys are locals, how would you eat it? Like in what order would you eat the food?
Excuse me, sorry. I didn't get the question. Can you repeat that?
What order do you eat the food?
What order do I eat the food? Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so basically, I think when you eat, you have a starter, right? And then you have in the main course, and then you have the dessert. So basically, if we order and I come with Zhang Qian, and Zhang Qian would probably order this one, so 羊肉泡馍, and she would have 羊肉泡馍, and then this is for me, so I would eat my cold noodles together with the burger, 肉夹馍, and also with the soft drink. So normally people would order this as a set. Okay. And this as a set. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't mix them up. You can. So it's like you can have this as your starter and also with this one, but normally people would prefer to order this as a set and 羊肉泡馍 separately. Okay. And in China, if you go to a proper restaurant, when you sit down, you may order cold dish 凉菜 as the starter, and then you order hot dishes as your dish with together to go with rice or to go with meat. Right? That is normally how people order, and afterwards, so people would prefer to have some soup.
Yeah.
So that is quite different order people eat. But here in this 羊肉泡馍馆, so I think if for a local person, actually these are not for one person. So Zhang Qian would order her 羊肉泡馍, and I would go for 凉皮, 肉夹馍, and my soft drink. So this is normally how people would eat and order. So I think you asked a very, very good and very interesting question. So this is not really for one person. Otherwise, it's a little bit too much. Yeah. Thank you for your question. This is a very good one. So we've got another question from Wei Mei. The question is, what do you do with the shredded bread? Yeah, the shredded bread would be put in the soup and cooked together with the soup and other ingredients, and then this is the final dish you see. Yeah, thank you, Wei Mei, for your question.
Also, we can have the garlic, pickled garlic, the soup.
But it's not for the morning, I think.
Yeah, it's not for the morning. It's a strong.
Yeah, it's quite strong. And then I think maybe before you ask more questions, I would like to talk to you about the cold noodles and also 肉夹馍. And this is really like a very classic combo. It is quite similar to McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's. So when you order the classic, the combo set meal, right? So this is really a set normally. But of course, you can go for 凉皮 cold noodles or for 肉夹馍 separately. So it's like you can choose based on what you need and what you like most. And as for cold noodles, as you can see, this is a quite thin rice noodles together with chili sauce and with some cucumber. And actually, you can add some other vegetables, bean sprouts, and also spring onions and other ingredients to suit your wish. And as for 肉夹馍 is I think you will. I would think between these two, maybe you would love 肉夹馍 much better because my friends from the UK or from the US, when they come, actually I took a few of them coming over to taste food here, and I think a lot of them actually like 肉夹馍 because there you can choose beef. Normally it's beef inside, and then you can add some gravy if you wanna have heavier and juicy taste. And as you can see, the bread is quite crispy outside and but soft inside.
Yeah.
So it's really very good texture when you have a bite.
Oh, I want to say that actually this bread is different from the bread in 羊肉泡馍.
Oh, yeah. It's a different way of making the bread.
The method,
Yes.
they're different.
Yeah. And then as for this is a very typical Shanxi of the drink called 冰 ice, 风 peak, ice peak. So this is the brand, but it is orange flavored soft drink. So this is normally go with this too. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Are any of these like dishes back from like Qin Shi Huang's time? Because like I know this is mostly about like the Qing dynasty, I believe.
Oh, okay. So this is thank you very much for your question. This is something related to history, right? I don't think this dish would go years, like like 2,000 years back in history, but it is indeed tied with the people traveling through Silk routes, and actually they're actually kind of mixture of dietary and also culture here. I'm not really sure how long the history would be for 羊肉泡馍. I think it's like in like maybe 600 ago. Right? It's like a
changed as the time.
Yes, it also changes along the time. I don't think it really would go back to Qin Shi Huang's time. But thank you very much for your question. If someone has a food the allergy, how is it to navigate restaurants? Okay, so if you do have a food allergy, for example, in China, what you would normally do is when you go to a supermarket and buy stuff, then you probably need to take a look at the information at the package, and the package would actually clarify the ingredients in the food. But if you come to the restaurant, if you are allergic to, for example, peanut, or to milk, and actually you can tell the waitress or the waiter, so you probably need to ask what are included as the ingredients for the dish. But I think if you take a look at the menu and if there is the English translation, so normally you would the ingredients would be clarified in English in words. However, if there are no English translation, for example, this one, you can only read the Chinese characters. Probably you need to ask the waitress or waiter about what ingredients there are. But I think food allergy is very important issue, and it's related to food safety. So thank you very much for that question. But I think probably the good thing is if you speak Chinese, so I think you are learning Chinese, right? So you can communicate and ask for more information. But in the menu, I think it doesn't really say in detail the detailed information. But I think when you go to buy the food, so I think there would be the information covered in the package. Yeah. Thank you for your question. This is a very good one. Hello. So you have another question? Annika, you have a question?
So these dishes, are they like recently made or have they been around for a long time?
Oh, so I think it is not really recently made. Thank you, Annika, for your question. I think this dish, if I can recall, the time is like hundreds of years ago. Yeah. So people developed to cook this type of dish, and for this one, I think it's like probably like 200-300 years ago. So it's really I think it's not really like very ancient, but not very modern as well. So it is the food people eat when as I explained earlier, in Shanxi people would prefer to eat this one when the weather is quite cold and they can keep themselves warm. And also for summer, people would prefer to have cold noodles like this. But actually, it's quite interesting that in winter, you can have it heated as well. So you can have a so it's like a hot, cold dishes. So it's quite interesting. Thank you, Annika, for your question. So do you have any more questions? Okay. 你们在学中文对吗？有老师说你们的中文，有的同学中文很棒，特别好。然后呢，也希望你们哪一天呢能够来西安，然后呢，我们今天呢给大家展示了一些这个西安的美食。So, I hope that you would feel interested in Xi'an and also probably one day you would come to Xi'an to have a taste of them. But I think food has a close. I think just now a couple of students were asking about the relationship between history and food. So food indeed has a very deep connection to the history and the culture of a place, right? And also for each person, I think food is also quite a good association with our fond memories about our childhood, and also it makes you feel home. So it's like when I was doing my PhD in the UK, I indeed made some Chinese dishes for myself, even though I was not a good chef and I don't cook well even today now. But I think when I was in the UK, when I was away from my home, I was really trying to make. I tried to have. I couldn't make this 羊肉泡馍 by myself. But I had some students, my friends, my friends, she cooked yangqi for me. So it was like a very homey. And also, I remember there was once during Christmas time, I was trying to make dumplings by myself. That was the first time I made dumpling for myself. So food indeed makes you really feel connected with your home, feel connected with the past as well. So that's quite important part. And in China, people eat, for a lot of different occasions, for wedding, for birthday, and also for celebration. Yeah, for celebration, and also I think it's a great way people get connected with each other, and also as we said before, you tear the bread into small pieces. It looks quite time consuming. However, normally people they enjoy the moments with their friends, with their family, communicating with each other. So 是的，我们先把我们的食物留在这里。We will come back to have the meal later. Okay, so I think maybe it's almost the time. So now let's come back onto the street. As you can see more people coming to this street, and also it seems that it is clearing up. So it seems that it comes sunnier, right? And also, maybe before we end today's virtual lecture, I would like to thank you all for your great participation, and I thank you so much for asking those interesting questions. I think, you know, your question also made me realize that I need to get into more history about the food in Shanxi. And, you know, Xi'an as a very ancient capital city. And I hope that you would come one day and do pay a visit. Yeah, welcoming. Yeah, 欢迎来到西安哈，同学们，非常感谢你们今天这个很认真的这个聆听，然后我们有机会我们下次再见。好的，谢谢大家，拜拜，拜拜。